If Rachel Chu were a brokerage account, she'd give you the power to build wealth on your own terms, outside of your job, outside of your 401k, without asking for anyone's permission. Because here's the secret nobody told you. You don't need the old money of Nick Young's family to be powerful. And you don't need a family office or one of those pre-built portfolios of real estate handed to you like it was to Astrid. All you need, if I may be so bold to say, is this video, because today we are breaking down brokerage accounts, what they are, and how they can get you not a little crazy rich over time. And how choosing the right one is basically like picking your favorite crazy rich Asian's character. If you've ever felt like you should be investing, but the moment you try or the moment you even think about it, you freeze at drop-down menus, or if you feel like you're just crashing someone else's financial party, you are not alone. You're here with me, coffee in hand, and on this episode of Lady Boss of Finance, we're making investing make sense our own way. I have a confession to make. I used to think a brokerage account meant calling some wolf on Wall Street guy in a shiny suit. I'm talking like Eddie Chang, who's focused on getting all optimal angles of his family, who would, do things like make trades with my money while I just sat there confused. But that's not the worst part of the confession. The worst part is I was working at an investment company when I was thinking that. Literally, I was surrounded by people who built the investments you could buy, and I still didn't get it. I had a checking account, I had a savings account, but I had no idea where this investing was supposed to happen. So when I found out I needed a whole separate platform just to start, I froze. I didn't know who to trust. I didn't want to pick wrong. And I definitely didn't think I had enough money to make all of the stress of trying to get that account worth it. After way too long, I opened a Schwab account because I trusted a guy at my work called Joe. We'll call him that because that was his name. Well, no, still is his name. He sat in the cubicle next to me and he helped walk me through it all. He helped me figure it out. And not just for that day, but for the years and for the future I actually wanted to achieve within that account. And that first investment though, man, I did all the research and I still panicked. I thought I was ready. And then the drop-down menu happened and it asked me a question, what I swear was in Elvish or something. Maybe we do a Lord of the Rings video next. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. But what I wish someone would have told me back then when I was confused with all of that stuff in the account, there's no perfect choice, and it is absolutely okay to start messy. That baby step, that's how you build Eleanor level wealth. And today, I want to give you that confidence to start with zero jargon and just a whole lot of pop culture magic. So who's Rachel Chu? Rachel didn't grow up rich. She didn't come from the club, but she studied the game and she showed up playing to win. She walks into a world of quiet power with nothing but her intellect and integrity, and she doesn't flinch. That's exactly what a brokerage account is. It's not handed to you like Nick Young's family fortune. It's not pre-selected like your 401k retirement options at your employer. It's something you open yourself when you're ready to stop saving and start building. And if savings is that rainy day umbrella for that, surprise rainstorm that can happen in Singapore, think of a brokerage account like your blueprint for that Singaporean penthouse you want. Let me explain in 3 of our favorite movie scenes. Scene 1, Rachel arriving in Singapore. From the very beginning of the movie, Rachel knows she's different. Even her mom comments about all of that when she was trying to, shop for dresses and help Rachel put her best foot forward with, at least what I thought, was actually a super cute red dress. But by the time Rachel lands in Singapore and sees her BFF, Peik Lin, oh boy, did Rachel ever get a wake-up call. We have Peik Lin telling Rachel that she can't show up to the young family mansion looking like Sebastian in The Little Mermaid. Now, leave it to Rachel's mom, though, to help her take that one small step in the right direction. And leave it to her BFF to shove her the rest of the way to make a great first impression. And that's the key right there. A red dress or that disco glam gown. Rachel, she knows her outcome regardless of the dress. She wants to make a great impression with Nick's family. How's this like a brokerage account? You don't need to be rich to start. You don't need that 1970s goddess gown, as fabulous as it is. You can start with your lucky little red dress, the equivalent of $5 to invest with, or $50. What matters is starting. Rachel didn't wait for wealth to find her. She brought her worth with her when she met the Young family. Scene 2. Rachel wearing a white and blue dress at the bachelorette weekend. Amidst this world of old money and family dynasties and curated perfection, Rachel doesn't try to blend in. She shows up to that bachelorette party, she speaks her mind, and she stays true to herself, even when she doesn't exactly fit the mold. And even when those awful women put that dead fish in her hotel bed to try and scare her away, humiliate her, and make her feel like she doesn't belong. How's all this like a brokerage account? It's all well and good to start small, $5, right? But when you first fund it by investing in a stock or a mutual fund, it can still feel like this game is rigged, like it's hard and that you're trespassing in, some space you weren't raised for, you weren't meant for, or like a party you're crashing. But here's the truth. You belong there. And when you show up, a brokerage account lets you choose what to invest in, just like Rachel chooses her identity and stays true to who she is. You don't have to settle for whatever your employer's retirement plan is. You get to pick companies you believe in, sectors like technology or healthcare, sectors you care about, even Bitcoin ETFs if that's your vibe. Rachel showed up in that white and blue dress and made strategic moves. And when you invest in your own brokerage account, so do you. Scene 3, the mahjong scene. Near the end of the movie, when Rachel shows up to play against Eleanor, she doesn't just play the game. She flips the table on her own terms. She doesn't ask for approval. She chooses when and how to walk away after winning. How's that like a brokerage account? A brokerage account gives you that kind of power and freedom because unlike a 401k, you're not stuck waiting until 59 and a half. If you want to retire early, invest for a down payment or maybe fund your exit plan for that job you actually hate. Shh, we won't talk about it. You can do that though, because when you control that mahjong board, you can choose when to walk. So you're here, right? You showed up, you're wanting that agency to start small, the autonomy to invest, and whatever your heart's desire, and the freedom to rethink how and when you retire. How do you then choose that right platform to get those real life goals achieved? Well, instead of wrapping up with our usual 3 pro tips, I have 3 of our movie besties to help you get started with the brokerage account that's best for you. Brokerage option 1, Astrid Long, the stylish minimalist. Who's Astrid? She's timeless, elegant, quietly powerful. She doesn't need to show off her wealth because she is wealth. She invests with intention, not noise. Her strength is stability, and her aesthetic, clean, classic, and quietly luxurious. How do you know if she's your brokerage vibe? Well, let's play a game. You want a clean interface, low fees, and a brand you trust. You don't prefer mobile over desktop. You just want something that's a smooth experience. You want to invest in ETFs or index funds without distractions. You value reliability over hype. If you answered yes to 3 of 4 of those statements, try Fidelity or Schwab. Fidelity, it's that classic you won't outgrow. It's rock solid, low fees, and it just feels like the blazer you can wear to absolutely every work meeting. And Schwab is reliable, intuitive, and quietly powerful. It's trusted by both beginners and experts alike. Think of it like a luxury tote with compartments for everything, except automating stocks. P.S. I use Schwab, and that is my main complaint. When I was starting out, I wish I could have just automated everything to remove as much willpower as possible to make it as easy for me to show up. You can't, but still it's a solid choice if you are that slow and steady queen. Brokerage option number 2, Peik Lin, the rebel with a reason. Who's Peik Lin? She's new money, and pooh man is she proud of it. She is bold, flashy, and fun. And underneath all that Gucci, man, she's got a big heart and sharp instincts. She's not afraid to learn by doing, and she always shows up ready. So how do you know if she's your brokerage vibe? Let's play our game again. You want an app-first experience that feels intuitive. You love clean visuals and minimal jargon. You want to start with fractional shares, so think a piece of the pie and not the whole pie. And you're good with experimenting a little. You think investing should feel approachable, swipeable, maybe even, dare I say it, fun. And if that sounds like you, try Public or SoFi Invest. Public is transparent about how it makes money, offers educational tools, and supports fractional investing. That's the biggest benefit there, because you can start with as little as $5. SoFi, it's another solid pick, especially if you're already using them for student loan refinancing or high-yield savings. And here's the thing. If you do choose either of those options, just make sure you understand how they make money. Peik Lin, she loves to party, but you want to read the invite. Brokerage option number 3, Nick Young, the overachiever sandbox. Who's Nick? He looks effortless, but behind that smile is a legacy-level amount of complexity. He operates, just on a whole other level, with wealth and ethics and a strategy in balance. He doesn't just have access, he has intentionality. How do you know if he's your brokerage vibe? Back to our game. You've mastered the basics and you want deeper features. You love having detailed research, advanced tools, and complete customization. You are ready to move from not just beginner, but I'm talking maybe investor 2.0 or 3.0. And if that sounds like you, try Interactive Brokers or E-Trade. Interactive Brokers is built for the woman who builds spreadsheets for fun. Sorry, I'm not that girly, but full power to you if that's you. Because there, I'm talking you get institutional grade research, advanced tools, and global market access. It ain't the prettiest interface, and you can think of it though like that power suit with 14 hidden pockets. E-Trade is the no-frills trading platform with depth. It's a solid middle ground between approachable and advanced, and super ideal for women ready to level up from beginner to intermediate. But you are not at that Interactive Brokers level yet. You can think of it like your workhorse black pumps. Never flashy, but always deliver. What's our big takeaway? Most women delay investing, not because they're lazy, but because they're afraid of doing it wrong. But the only real mistake? Not starting. Rachel didn't wait for perfection. She made her move and owned it. And if you're in debt right now, you can still start. Use the bulk of your money to clean up the past, but take your coffee budget cash and start building your future. Because debt is what you pay off to just move on. And investing is how you move forward. And remember, the account is just the container. You are the strategy. And if you want to see how I build my portfolio strategy, check out this video where I show you my investments and I make sure each one is matched to exactly what you would find in my purse. And if this video helped take the edge off investing for you, even just a little bit, I would love to hear from you in the comments. And let's catch up there until I see you next Sunday right here on Lady Boss of Finance.